Good evening. A look into my life. Topic I chose to focus on and why. I chose a topic improving my time management and managing my stress and mental health. Why? I have multiple chronic illnesses that require multiple different doctors. My daughter is medically complex as well, and my child homeschools, and I'm a full-time student. My main goals of this project were having more time away from the computer and spending more time socializing, creating a better system of scheduling, school time, me time, downtime, doctor's appointments, and homeschooling. And my second goal was doing more deep breathing, having more stable routine, managing my OCD, and keeping therapy appointments. Some of my strategies were making sure to put my appointments and other things into my yearly calendar immediately, using a 3-month calendar and using the yearly calendar together to keep up with and make sure not to schedule over appointments and other things that need to be done. Keeping my OCD in check by scheduling 1 day a week for cleaning, making sure to take time away from the computer to socialize, and using alarms for medication reminders, breaks, meal times, and bedtimes to keep said regular routine. Week-to-week actions. I started cleaning and doing laundry only 1 day a week on a Sunday. This keeps my OCD in check, and I still feel like I have control. Checking my yearly calendar and making sure all of my appointments for the 3 months are on my calendar. That is always within view. Appointments now are easier to keep track of, so nothing is missed. I check my yearly calendar every Saturday to make sure changes that are needed, making sure to get out of the house, even if it's just a grocery store and I don't buy anything. It's for exercise and socialization and to get away from the computer. Making sure my alarms are set for medication, schoolwork, and meals every Sunday. Making sure my desk is reset every Friday after I log off. This gives me a clean slate for the following Monday and keeps me organized. I no longer do school on weekends if I can help it. My real life examples, now that I have a boyfriend and roommate living with me, it's easy to get socialization. We spend time together with friends and have fun watching movies. They also help me keep on track with meds and help me stay active, even on bad days when I don't feel like it. My mental health has gotten so much better since I met these guys. They also make sure I'm staying on task if I move away from my computer for anything other than class. It's funny, but it's true. I also spend time with my kiddo a lot more. I keep organized. I make sure that my 3-month calendar, my yearly calendar, my markers, and everything is within reach. My desk stays anything that is not needed immediately up top and everything else down below. The one thing that made the biggest difference, and this was the surprising thing, was having more friends that care and being more social. I didn't realize having them helps with depression, anxiety, stress, and surprisingly time management. My biggest obstacles, keeping on task even if my space is not 100% on top of my OCD control, learning that doctor's appointments for myself are just as important for my kiddo. My self-care is important too. Learning how to turn my perceived weaknesses into my strengths, which is my perfectionism, and learning that working as a group helps instead of hinders. I am considered a lone wolf. Staying on track wasn't easy, but what helped me to stay on track was setting alarms. Alarms are now my favorite thing. Sticking to a new routine, even if it seems impossible. Asking for help when I cannot do it alone, and being gentle with myself when I do not stick to it 100% of the time. Because as everybody says, routines are like habits, they take time to stick. What I used that was new, I stay near my desk now when I'm doing homework so I don't get distracted and forget what I'm doing. I do that a lot. Making sure I do a good stretch before sitting down for homework. This helps with fatigue and pain, the chronic pain, and checking my calendar for the week and adjusting my schoolwork to account for doctor's appointments. This has gotten me in trouble a couple of times. And keeping up with my mental health by doing something I enjoy when I am not in class, and this keeps me mentally on track. The strategies that have worked the most for me were the 3-month calendar. I really did not think it would work, but it was one of my most favorite things ever. I will never give it up. It helps me stay on top of all of my appointments and anything that I have to do. What didn't work was using a singular calendar for daily instructions and assignments. It caused a lot more chaos than was necessary, and I couldn't see what was due immediately or due dates changed. So I just switched to using the Canvas homepage to get everything that I needed. I discovered about myself that I am a hands-on learner. I prefer to work alone than with a team. I am working on that presently. I do better when there are clear and precise instructions instead of just, multiple ways of doing it. I prefer just give me one way and then give me the instructions. I have a hard time asking for help. I tend to be more analytical than emotional. I have a lot more to learn about myself, and there are more than one way to do things, and finding out those ways is the betterment of myself and not a weakness. My results: I have a personality that is high type A. Everything has a place and everything in its place. I am extremely controlling. I know this now, and I'm working on building myself away from that. My efforts in learning everything in this class has taught me more than I even knew about myself, even some things that can be perceived as negative. And I am learning that it can still be used to better myself in the long run. How I will use this information I have learned. Now that I know how to use all parts of my personality to its max potential, I can go beyond what I thought was possible. I can step into my bachelor's program with a newfound sense of experience, pride, and enthusiasm, without the worry of what my perfectionism or OCD can do to thwart it. I now have a better time management and the tools to help me accomplish anything, and a new way to manage my stress and my mental health so I can go forward with my head held high. My goals of better managing my time, stress, and mental health have been a bumpy road to say the least. Using the tools that I have added to my arsenal have helped me thrive instead of just surviving. It is helping me find balance in my world of medical appointments and homeschooling. I have learned throughout this entire process that whatever you think you have only one choice, there are several more to choose from. If you only know how to look and ask for help when it's needed. I have also learned that your weaknesses can become your strengths if you just learn how to utilize them properly. And I will take everything that I have learned in this class and apply it to my daily life to help me succeed, even if I think I can't.